Hello, awesome people. I hope you're having an amazing day today. Today we're taking a look at the 11-page short story. It's the final one in the Antarktos Cycle collection. It's written by a popular author, Roger Johnson. It was published in 1987. It's called The Dreaming City. It is set in the Cthulhu Mythos, a set of stories inspired by and then inspired H.P. Lovecraft's novella that's set in the Lovecraft mythos he created. It was an Antarctic expedition that was sponsored by Miskatonic University, one of the things in the Cthulhu Mythos for you folks. So we'll be taking a look at this again, set there too. Again, I keep my reviews spoiler free, so we won't be doing a deep dive into sort of the unpacking of it. What I like to do is give you the first couple of pages of a shorter story like this. It took me about 35 minutes for me to read it last night. Pretty short, since it's just 11 pages long for you folks. Now, so what happens is that we're going to start off. Our point of view character is Mordecai Howard, and he is an antiquarian from decades ago, and he is doing some research into some texts that are in the Cthulhu Mythos, like Blood of Wooden Wings, Mysteries of the Worm, stuff like that. So he's doing some work, he's doing some research, and he finds an ancient ruins in Mongolia. So he's going to set out on an expedition to Mongolia to check them out. So that's basically the setup in the first couple pages, to find what's happening. So what they're going to find in Mongolia, and since the texts that are in the Cthulhu Mythos, like Love One Brand, are certainly out there, so you can probably expect there to be more references out there too, right? And that sort of a thing. So Roger Johnson is a popular author in the horror genre. There's got lots of things out there, like M.R.R. James's style things that are pastiches of that. This is more of a Lovecraftian feel to it. It's my first thing I've ever read by Roger Johnson. I do like to take some time off in and around Halloween, and this is the Antarktos Cycle, right? So it's good stuff, and to read some Cthulhu Mythos stuff, since it's so awesome and so endearing to me, and so impactful on a lot of modern horror stuff, right? This is a shared universe that was created in a pulp era with H.P. Lovecraft and his friends. He started it out by keeping things like the Necronomicon, or characters like Raymond Carter, and stuff like the books like and also characters like Cthulhu in the Call of Cthulhu that put him on the map in a major way, and that's where we get the title, created the Cthulhu Mythos. And then he would bring in things from other races like Sathagua, another big bad guy from Robert, from one of his short stories of Clark Ashton Smith. Robert E. Howard also had some stuff, the writer of Conan, in the Mythos, and all these things were a shared universe back and forth. So it's good stuff and heavily influential on stuff, and I love it. So this is definitely in that mythos. It's in a mythos collection, so it's good stuff. I think it's okay. It was hard to get into, and so it took me a while for me to really sort of commit to the story and figure out what was happening, and so that's a little bit not great. The ending's fine, nothing unexpected, but it's fine. But basically, I feel like this is a lesser work than the previous one, which is 5 pages longer. So it's not the best one ever at 6.5 rating. But it was still better, I think, than this one. Although the writing is certainly okay. It's not a bad writing by any stretch of the imagination. It's not like he's an amateur. This is his first story. But you can definitely, it's not right. The beginning part just never really gripped me, and the ending wasn't this surprise or this great redemption to the first few pages for the first half of it. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be more like at a 5.5. I feel like it's just not as good as the previous one by enough to knock it out a point. It's still a little bit better than a half, so it's a little bit better than so. But it's fine. It's not the worst thing ever in the world. But I do like it in that sense. I'm happy to have read it. I'm happy to have read everything. But I just didn't feel that it really pushed, what was happening, or, really sort of revelatory to a Cthulhu Mythos fan like myself. So there you are. That's 5.5 for Johnson Story. Have you read it? If so, what did you think about it? Let's talk about it in the comments below, and if you agree or disagree with my 5.5, let me know that too. If you like this, why not hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon if you're feeling frisky, and also let your friends know, particularly horror fans, Robert Johnson fans, and then also Cthulhu Mythos fans. If you, as a reminder to this channel, name the worst thing about new books. That's a quote by a French philosopher in his book in the 19th century called Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old ones, right? And that are definitely the better things. So this is decades ago, published again in the last century. So that's good stuff. You can definitely tell it's a passion of me to find some of these older things in the channel too. And then finally, I just want to pause just to take a moment out and thank you so much just for taking some time out of your day and investing it in my video, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives, right? And we're pulled in so many different directions. So the fact that you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate it. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.